All right, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right, in today's lesson, we're going to go right into it. We're going to go into martial law, okay, a time like never before. So we're going to start off in the book of Ecclesiasticus, okay, Ecclesiastes, all right, Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1 through 8. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Right. Because right here, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, to everything there's a season. Yeah, because there's a time and season for everything, you know, time to grow, time to plant. Okay, you know, you got your seasons, your summer, your winter, your springs. Okay, there's times for everything, you know. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born. We're going to go down to the eighth verse. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted. Because right now we're in a time of judgments, you know. If you're not part of that hopeful elect, you know, there's nothing but death and despair, sorrow, destruction, you know, headed this way. Facts. You know, because not only is the wicked gonna be out here, rolling blackouts, you know, cyber attacks, EMPs, you know, famines, starving people out, putting people in concentration camps, you know, but the Lord's out here too. The Lord's gonna be plaguing this place too. Just like you hear what's going to happen with that solar eclipse, you know, because that's the Lord, you know, the same thing. Remember, that's why he said, I'm going to plague Egypt, but plagues as before. But that's speaking about America, because he's not going to plague over there in Egypt, because he already overthrew Pharaoh, you see. So the Lord's going to do the same thing. The way he broke Pharaoh down, he's going to break these Edomites down. All right, he may take his children. Remember what the Lord did to Pharaoh. All the Egyptians, he took all their firstborn. Okay, so that's the thing, you know, the Lord's judging. So, you know, a lot of you wicked out there, you know, your next morning you could wake up and your children will all be passed away because the Lord's going to take their soul. That's the thing. You gotta, you know, for those of you who are talking strong against the Lord, that's fine, you know, but don't cry when the Lord takes your children, because the Lord's coming. You know, he did that to Pharaoh. He broke him. And Pharaoh, he wanted to quit, but the Lord, you know, used like MK Ultra. He kept putting in his head, like, you know, you come at me, you know, you come at my men. And look what happened when Pharaoh, you know, when Pharaoh was rushed the Israelites. What happened? Okay, him and none of his army survived. The Lord destroyed all of them. See that? Because that's how the Lord is. So the Lord is gonna keep on doing stuff to the wicked, to you know, he's going to break them down. He's going to break their pride, you know, just like he did to Pharaoh. You know, he's going to plague their food. He's probably going to, you know, take some of their children. Who knows, you know? The Lord took everyone's firstborn. He may take everybody's lastborn. You know, he may take everybody's firstborn again. You know, be ready for that. You know, the Lord is the King of terrors. You know, it's real, you know. The Pharaoh, he wanted to quit. He wanted to throw in the towel. He wanted to throw in the white flag, you know, after the Lord took all his firstborn. But the Lord put it in his heart, you know, to be hard-headed. And that's what he's going to do to you Edomites, because he's going to break down, you know, your economy. He's already separating you Edomites. It's Esau versus Esau already, because you've been hating the Israelites. Okay, that's an ancient hatred for a long time. But now it's going to be you know, Whitey versus Whitey, Esau versus Esau, you know, and at that time, the Lord is going to be causing famines, and then the Lord is going to be stepping in too, you know. sending apparitions, taking people's children, like the Lord did when he took all the Egypts, all their firstborn. you know the Lord's coming to do that again, and the Lord's right here. The Passover, the Passat, is next Saturday, this Saturday. Facts. So that's when Yahweh Shai is coming. And back in the ancient world, back in ancient Egypt, we had to put the blood of lamb's blood around the door, because who came in that city and smote all their firstborn? That was Yahweh Shai, rolling with the death angels. And he's out here again, he's about to do the same thing. He's gonna break these elites, the wicked, down. It's not just Esau. The Lord gets on Esau a lot. All you heathen, okay, the Lord's coming for all of you, because at one point in time you bought or sold the Israelites in slavery. You helped further the affliction. So that's what time we're in right now. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 3: a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down, because the Lord's going to break you Edomites down. Because you Edomites are full of pride, but that's all right. The Lord's going to break it down. And a time to build, a time to weep, and a time to laugh. See, balance. So right now we're in time of weeping. Okay, we're those people who are living, luxurious and comfortable right now with smiles. Pretty soon they're going to be screaming for their lives. They're going to be running, because there's going to be, sleeper cells out here, the UN troops, regular civilians just fighting each other for food. People are going to become food. It's going to be very bad. A time to mourn, see that? And a time to dance. So all the bread and circuses, America the Great, in this time where under Esau's rulership, that's all, we're coming to the end of that thing, and there's nothing anyone can do to dodge prophecy. Don't matter if they want to make fun of you, they want to make fun of the Lord. Doesn't matter how mad they get. Doesn't matter if they don't believe it. It's going down. It's going down regardless. What people's opinions are and what they think. If they believe it, then that's good, because they're going to be that much more prepared. But if they don't, then that's totally on them. But that's not going to change anything. Just because they don't believe, is that going to mean the Lord's not going to come and plague this place? Absolutely not. This place is about to get hit in the worst way. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 5: a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, because right now we're in a time of hate, a time of war. Look at that. We're in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 8, a time of war. That's what time we're in right now. Martial law is coming soon, famine, EMP, cyber attacks, sleeper cells, Russia, China, Iran invading America. American versus American. It's not only just Americans, citizens are going to have to fight, Russians and Chinese. No. Okay, they're going to have to fight their own each other, facts. A time of peace. So there's a time and place for everything. So what the Lord is pretty much saying here is that that right now we're in a time of judgment. That's it. Yes, there's still people right now, of course, comfortable right now. They got everything, they got the family, everything together, the 401k, happy wife, happy life, the bills are paid, the children are in college doing good, you're paying for their college tuition, you're doing good, you got the new furniture, everything's going well. All that's about to come to an end, because it's about to get, what the Lord is telling you is that it's about to get very, very uncomfortable out here, and don't matter if you get sassy and say, oh, is that right? It's going down. Okay, we're at the end of Esau's kingdom. All right, look at every kingdom, how they went out horribly. All right, they went out horribly. All these mighty kingdoms, the Babylonians, Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, they go down by violence. Okay, it's very bad, it's very brutal. Okay, no kingdom just hands over their kingdom. They're always stripped from their kingdom. The other kingdom, okay, the other nation takes it from them, because they lose in battle. So it's gonna be very bad. It's not just okay. It's the Edomites are at the end of their rulership. That's it. Blase. No, it's gonna be painful. Bloodshed, violence. Absolutely. Because just look at America. How strong. Look at how strong America is. I'll tell you one thing right now. Okay, and boy, I'll tell you what. America, all right. America is the strongest military in the world. All right, hands down. All right, I don't care what these clowns say. Russia's strong. Yeah, they got really good, missiles. China has, like a billion-man army and stuff, but they still don't compete with America. Because America is Babylon the Great. All right, and what proves that too is that all these nations, they're talking about America, but they can't take America down. No nation can take America down, one on one. They can't. So that's why they're gonna break America down. Their infrastructure, cyber attacks. They're gonna mess with their financial things. They're gonna. That's why they have sleeper cells here. You got trouble at the borders. They're gonna invade this place. So these other nations, they have to team up against America. And that's the only way they'll be able to prevail. Because of course, America's gonna put up a darn good fight. Because man, they got some. Come on, it's America. America is the strongest military still right now in the world. Just because you hear the news saying that America's behind on their ICBMs, man, America has the best of the best. They're Babylon the Great. I don't care what this fluff news says. Okay, the Lord gave America a great sword. Okay, America's Babylon the Great, hands down. Okay, I don't care what you clowns say out there. Facts. Okay, and so speaking on that, like America don't have walls. Why? Okay, America don't have walls. Why? Because it don't need walls. Because America has the gun line. Tell them about the gun line, boss. Okay, that is the gun line. Okay, right there, that is the gun line. All right, because if anybody tries to invade this place, they may get a few licks in, but that's it. Once they send their F-22 Raptors, their F-35, and then the stuff that they're not even talking about, they'll just totally demolish them. But that's why these countries they have to team up against America. Another indicator, a clear indicator is look at all these nations threatening America with nukes. North Korea saying we're gonna annihilate America. Russia saying they're gonna the enemy's sleeping and all that. There's a big threat with China. Iran wants payback. The Saudis, they're getting upset. But that's more kind of like on the business side. But just look at President Biden. That tells you right there. Because look at that man. Does that man look nervous to you? Absolutely not. Why? Because he knows he has the artillery. He knows what he got. And they're not telling you what they have. They got some good toys. Because a part of America is part of the left-hand side, but not all of America is down with the New World Order. But yes, because the left-hand side got everybody beat, but there is a part of America that is part of the left-hand side. See, and they're down with it. The Illuminati, the Bushes, Clinton, all them. Facts. You got that little piece of America that they're for it. They're for the Illuminati, but not all the military. They're not all down for that. That's why there's going to be a great civil war. A great civil war in America, because all America is waking up. Because people are going to know, okay, no, I'm rolling with half, it's like a side. You got to choose a team. Hey, you're gonna roll with Satan on the left and the New World Order, or you're gonna roll with the Lord on the right hand side, and fight for what's right. See, and not be under these pedophiles, these elite bankers. Facts. See, because not everyone is a part of America. Yes, it's part of that left hand side. But there's people in the army, the Marines. They're not down with that. They're not down with the New World Order. They're gonna follow orders. But when things really get on and cracking, and then you start to see when things pop off, modern term, when the UN troops are here, that's why there's gonna be that great civil war. Oh, like that one movie. I don't know if you seen the trailer. I believe it was Civil War. They showed you right there that the American, it was Esau, a so-called Caucasian, pointing a gun at a so-called Caucasian. When they said, "Hey, we're Americans, and they pointed the gun at him, say, "What kind of American?" He said, "I don't know." And they pointed the gun at him and his children. That was Whitey versus Whitey. Okay, so that's to show you that it's gonna be Esau versus Esau. So if it's gonna be the so-called white man versus the so-called white man, how much worse is it going to be for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that they can't stand? They're going to kill you in a heartbeat. See? Because if it's going to be Whitey versus Whitey, Esau versus Esau in his own kingdom, where does that leave you tribes? Not in a good spot. That's why we're entering Jacob's trouble. It's going to be a very bad time. Because these Edomites truly hate you. They can't even stand looking at you. That's how bad they can't stand you Israelites. Those of you sellouts, they just laugh at you, They don't take you seriously. Yeah, they're using you for a job and stuff. You do witchcraft, whatever. Oh, of course, they're using you, but that don't mean that they respect you, That don't mean that they care for you. They're just using you for a job, That's it. As soon as they're done, they're going to do away with you too, You can laugh, say that we're bugged out, whatever. It don't even matter no more. The Lord is telling you that these Edomites can't stand you. It doesn't matter if you're for them, because they're not for you. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, because the Lord's going to come from the east. Okay, he's going to show up in the middle of World War III, out there in the Saudi Arabia Peninsula, okay, right in the thick of it. So the Lord's going to go out there to the Middle East first, and then he's going to make his way over here to the west. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, it's talking about when they, the left-hand side, releases the UN troops, the militias and all that. Okay, they start putting people's heads in guillotines. When the enemy shall come in, see the enemy, the Lord's saying that that's your enemy. See? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, so it doesn't mean that they're just going to come in here and put a bucket of water on you. They're going to kick down your door and just put 2 buckets of water on you and tell you, hey, get up, No. They're going to come in like a flood, because it's going to overwhelm you, because they're going to be rolling deep, Oh, yeah, so it's going to overwhelm you like a flood, because if you're in a flood, you can't really do nothing. It just overwhelms you. All you can do is look at it and say, that's it. Try to get a high ground. That's it, But once water starts rising, what can you do? Try to stay dry, look for high ground, look for a boat, try to swim, look for a life vest. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is, because it's going to overwhelm you, because they're going to overwhelm you, especially those of you that are not paying attention nor believe the prophecies. See, because they're going to overwhelm you. You non-believers are going to be in for a rude awakening. It's going to be very painful for you. There's going to be a lot of broken hearts, because you're not going to believe that the leaders of this place sold you out, For a lot of you that don't believe it, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. There's no reason for us to lie. We're just telling you the prophecies. That's it. We don't matter. We're just telling you, Facts. Just what the Lord's saying here. Because the true prophets are not under a 501c3 charter. They're not, they don't sell out to the small hats, these ugly Rockefellers, Rothschilds, and all that, The prophets say the hell with them, straight up, and tell them that they're going straight into slavery. Don't matter if they get mad or point fingers. So what? Let them get mad, Let them act like a brat. Let them throw a tantrum. They're going to catch a beat down, and they're going straight into slavery. They could look at each other all day long. It don't matter. It does not matter. They're going into slavery. After 1,000 years, they will be exterminated. They can cry, they can get mad. Don't even matter. It ain't gonna change anything. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. See? Because the Lord, once those martial law troops, those Gurkha troops, FEMA troops, the UN troops start, rolling on people, it's going to be known who the men of the Lord are. And the women, okay? The men, women, and children, because the Lord is going to have the angels protect them. The 144,000 are going to receive spiritual power. Oh, yeah. It's that's going to get very real out here. Very real. Absolutely. So let's go to the Apocrypha now. The Apocrypha, chapter 15. Apocrypha, chapter 15, verse... Let's see here. Apocrypha, chapter 15. I'm going to read through the 15th chapter. I'm going to skip around a little bit. And then we'll go to the 16th chapter. I'm just going to hit all the main points. But those of you that haven't read 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and 16, I strongly encourage you, because these 2 chapters right here are deep. There's a whole lot here. A whole lot in these 2 chapters. But for right now, for like time's sake, I'm just gonna go through chapter 15 a little bit, and then I'll go through chapter 16. I'm just gonna go through like the main scriptures, the main points. I'll kind of jump around right here a little bit. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. Speak thou in the ears of my people, the Israelites, not the world, the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, because the prophets are the Lord's mouthpiece, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. See that? Huh? Because it's going to happen. It's faithful. The Lord's faithful. Fear, 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all... Okay, so let me break this down. Salakia, just, spirits, spirits up, when the spirits charged up, just sometimes, I get a little excited, but I gotta break it down, because that's important out there. Okay, that's very important, is that, the sheep, they get the understanding, because a lot of times too, we gotta just go back to the basics, and for the teachers out there of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, you gotta really, because, we're feeding the sheep, we're feeding the Lord's sheep, so, some of the teachers, they, some of us forget, because, it's, we do it every day, so we just kind of read through it, and, sometimes, we gotta just kind of, it's all about that understanding, because the sheep need to be properly fed, not just, be told it real quick, and no, they have to understand, break it down the right way, you see? That way they can be properly fed, and they can go the right way and follow the Lord, you see? It's very important. 2nd Esdras, that's why Yahushai told Peter 3 times, if you love me, feed my sheep. See? He told him 3 times, feed my lambs, feed my sheep, feed my lambs, feed my sheep. 3 times. That's understand. So understand that pushing this word is very important, because you comfort the flock, Absolutely. The Lord's children are starving, they're dehydrated from all the wicked, from all their lies, all their sorceries, and there's a lot of the wicked out there that got to hear this word, that got to be comforted. Oh, absolutely. Because look at how much more us that are battling, the spirit, the fight against ourselves, the fight against, the wicked principalities, who've been in it a while. I mean, I'm still young in this thing, I've been in the truth about 4 or 5 years, But it's, and we still got to be comforted. We still got to you know f- fight the spiritual fight and all that. So how much more the babes, that barely been in this thing, for a couple months, you know the Israelites that just heard it, and they're like, what was that again? So that's why it's important, really break it down. Just break it down good, that way they can really understand, like, all right, because that's very important. Because you got to remember, there's 11th hour Israelites, the new righteous that are coming into this thing, that need to be, they don't know, they're not up on us, they're not up to speed, they're not really up on game yet. So you have to build them up, they have to be edified, build up, you know. Second Esdras chapter 15 verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. So don't worry about what somebody says. Let not the incredulity, that means non-belief, incredulity. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. See that speak against thee. So yeah, when you come into this truth, automatically you're going to be less popular. People in the world are going to be looking at you like, what happened to you? You're boring, you're not cool no more. Forget them, because the people who don't believe, they're about to die, painfully. The Lord is coming. Well, all type of serious judgments. It's we're talking serious, serious judgments. So who cares what they say? It's not like middle school and high school. Oh, you want to be part of the cool kids club, and all that. No, forget that. It don't matter what anybody says, because you do not want to be on the wrong side of the Lord. These the wicked. The wicked want to go their own way and do their own thing. Let them. Don't follow them, because it's gonna be very, very painful. Unless you're like that one. Remember that one 2/3 Jake woman, the end up. She goes, oh, just let me go to hell. Just let me go to hell. Just let them. Exactly. Let them go. Don't be worried about them. Let them go. They're gonna die painfully. All right. Absolutely. And there is no hell where people die, and they burn under the earth, for eternity. There's a red reptile waiting for them with a pitchfork. Heaven and hell are conditions played out in earth. Right now, the Israelites, we're in our hell because we're being oppressed by the Edomites and heathens. See? Because an Israelites, hell is the heathens and Edomites' kingdom. That's their heaven. See? Because they're in their heaven right now. Because who's ruling? Who's prospering? All right? But Israelites' heaven is Edomites and heathens' hell. But after the heathens serve their 1,000-year slavery, they're not going to be like the Edomites. The Edomites are going to be exterminated forever. That's it. The Lord's going to get rid of every last one of them, throw them into a big old bonfire, and light them all on fire. Facts. Every last one of them. There won't be one Edomite left. The Lord's going to barbecue them. Facts. You guys like to go, Sunday barbecue, watch NFL. Well, all these Edomites are about to be barbecued after they serve 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Facts. But the heathens are going to get back their lands, and they're going to be subjected to the Israelites, but in righteousness, none of this folly stuff that's going on, around the world. You see? Huh? Second, so heaven and hell are conditions played out on the planet Earth. There's no, fire below the earth and, you burn for eternity. That's bugged out. All right, stop listening to these wacky-tacky Christians. Those dudes are completely bugged out. They're lost in the sauce. They're not even drinking the Babylonian juice. They're chugging it, straight lost in the sauce. Second Esdras chapter 15 verse 4. Check this out. Second Esdras chapter 15 verse 4. Let the scriptures do the talking. Check it out. Here we go. We're going to drive the point home. We're going to bring in the home plate. Check this out. Second Esdras chapter 15 verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So boom. Let them. They say, hey, let me die in hell. Let me be. Exactly. Let them be. That's why even the apostles and elders tell us, to tell them, hey, we try to tell them to come back. But that's it. We're not going to pull nobody's arm, beg them. We're going to say, this is the way. They don't want to go. That's cool. We're moving on. The ships are coming. The ICBMs are coming. We ain't got no time to say, please, and, are you sure? That's on them. They don't want to come. That's cool. They want to sell out. That's cool. It don't matter. The Lord's only looking for his elect. See, we're not gonna keep looking at you and say, all right, man, you ready? Are you ready or not? No, it's either you're in or you're out. That's why the apostles and elders tell us, a great millstone tell us, if they can't get it, we're moving on. If they're being sincere, and they're trying, okay, then, we'll work with you. But if you're just being told degenerate, complete demon, then you're on your own, You made your bed. Go for it. Knock yourself out. Be our guest. You want to fight against the Lord? Good luck. Because we don't want that smoke. Because the plagues are right here. You hear about what's going to happen with the solar eclipse and all that. That's just the beginning, baby. The Lord, he hasn't even got warmed up yet. Oh no, he's the king of terrors. The Lord is going to break the wicked down painfully. Because he knows what they're afraid of. He knows what they're afraid to lose. He knows what they love. Oh, absolutely. The Lord's going to take all that from them and more. Right now, the wicked, they may be putting on a front. They're trying to act tough. But you just watch when the Lord starts to break them down. The Lord's going to break these dudes all the way down. It's just that right now, the wicked have, full stomachs, all that, They got everything they got their weapons, they got their friends, they got their snacks. All right, so wait till the Lord cuts all that off. Then we're going to see how they are, what type of men and women they are, They're going to break. The Lord's going to break our enemies easily. It's easy work. That's why the Lord says, just follow me. Don't worry about the wicked. I got them, Just like the Lord destroyed Pharaoh. That's why when the wicked say that they're going to take down the Lord, just laugh at them, Tell them what? Just like the Pharaoh took down the Lord? What happened to Pharaoh? The dude was through. Same thing with our enemies, It's one thing to want, because they want to overthrow the Lord. But what they want and what they're going to get are two different things, compadre. You see? 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. That's what's happening right now. Sedition against men. People are, they're not happy with their politicians no more. That's why you have the whole Trump and Biden. A lot of people don't really know that both of them are down with the New World Order, but because these Americans, they really are, they really are for Trump or for Biden, and they'll fight each other, and they're gonna, because that's how much these elites have the masses, deceived by their sorcery, their philosophies, their witchcraft. Absolutely.